Last month, Stefanie and Ross Anderson shared why they decided to reopen the old Waioli Tea Room in Manoa as the Waioli Kitchen and Bake Shop. In part 2, you'll hear more about their story and what they've learned from their life-changing experience of giving others a second chance.
I've been in Hawaii for 33, 34 years now. I grew up in Michigan, found my way out here to hopefully become a famous windsurfer, and it didn't work out that way. And I started out on Kauai. I was on Kauai until Hurricane Iniki came through. And Hurricane Iniki was a very transformative event in my life in a positive way. I was running the original Dukes on Kauai at that time, and overnight it was gone. And overnight the employees who I didn't really have a great understanding of how to lead them went from being resources to people. And it changed my outlook on how I dealt with people from that time forward, and how I chose to manage or lead people was much different. I moved from Kauai to Oahu. We were just about to open up the Dukes on Waikiki Beach, and so I came over as a kind of a restaurant list general manager, and we brought most of our staff to Oahu also. So when we opened up, we had all these people that were starved for interaction with people. They had come from Kauai. They were so grateful to have a job, so grateful for that opportunity to be on Oahu. And we just opened up filled with aloha. And we never turned back. Waikiki is known for, they literally used to joke that you turn people upside down, you shake them by the ankle so all the money's gone, and you discard them. And we were like, no, you're valuable to us, and we want to have a relationship. And that was the beginning of our philosophy of, it's not a transaction, it's a relationship. We've had many great mentors along the way. Dr. George Kanahele was one who spent some time with us, and he really shared with us what it meant to work in the hospitality industry as a mea ho'okipa, as someone who practices the art of hospitality, and to really have true aloha. And he helped us to articulate that as giving of yourself, your time, your sense of humor, your compassion, without expecting anything in return. And he really helped us grow as a company into what our identity was going to be.
I grew up in Los Angeles, okay, in Studio City, where every actor worked in a restaurant. And I had sort of made a vow that I would never, ever be in the restaurant business. If you were to tell me, yeah, I'm an actor, I would say, what restaurant do you work in? I had a very sarcastic view of the restaurant business, but here I am. I find myself in it with my husband. We have never worked together in 25 years of marriage. And I have to say, it's so amazing and rewarding. I love to watch my husband. He's a great thinker. He is great with people, and it hasn't been easy. Poor guy, I have no training in the restaurant business whatsoever, so he's had to really take someone who had, just like the people that we're bringing, that really don't have any idea of what it's like to work in the restaurant business. And first person he had to train was his wife. We don't have a written playbook for the training right now. Right now, sometimes it is just counseling. It is just hearing their story. It is just understanding the situation that they're in, their anxieties, their trauma, the things that keep them from being able to have a normal job, their kids getting sick, whatever those issues are. I think that's the piece that I am best in, is more of the, I would say, soul care, yeah, caring for the souls, and Ross's role is much more business oriented.
So when we opened up, there were some challenges that we were taking basically a totally green staff. And one woman, as an example, here, we're going to open up for breakfast, right? And she's never turned an egg in her life. So we're like, I can do that. I can teach her. How hard can it be? We start off with rice in the pan, and then with tortillas or pieces of toast. And it's like, okay, catch the baby, catch the... She broke 1,000 eggs, but now she's doing it every time, no sweat. She's a pro. She's awesome.
You know, I wish I had great stories to tell you. We've gone through already like 3 or 4 girls who have gone back into the lives that they had. It's a messy mission. There's no playbook. We don't have like, this is how everything's going to go on any day. We don't know who's going to show up, if they're going to show up. But the ones that have shown up have I think of one who was actually able to stay at the Salvation Army with her 3 children. And that's pretty amazing for any person who's in addiction to be able to get treated and have their children along with them. So I think this is a great piece that Salvation Army is bringing to our community, recognizing that some of our drug addicts do have children and they need care and help as well.
You know, the mission of this restaurant was to work with people that are in transition in their lives, coming from some rough circumstances. And we're not the first ones to do that. I mean, there's some great examples of it that are out there. Homeboy Industries in California has got probably one of the premier programs of uniting rival gangs and getting them to work together. Locally here at home, Jordan and Sonia Sang had a Seed restaurant where they did just an amazing job of taking people that were grassroots in transition and working with them and helping mold them. I believe that the community wants to be part of something like that. So we're carrying that forward. It's a little bit different here. Now we're partnered up with the Salvation Army. We're partnered up with the prison system so that we can take people that have already been through some of those transitions. We're catching them on the backside as they're trying to ramp up. And that's probably where we're in our sweet spot to be able to take them and help them grow and transition them into a career down the line.